Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you're having a fantastic start to your weekend and you're getting ready for the racing that's going to be taking place out at Turffontein. I'm going to hand over to the postman that's going to be tipping out at Turffontein and he's going to take you through the card.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, no matter where in the world you guys are, and a big warm welcome to the Top Tipper family. Before we get into Saturday's selections, guys, we had a great day on Wednesday. Best bet arrived like a best bet should. I think it was 33-10. The value bet, I still said to you, the draw a little bit wide, but take places. I think it still paid 170 a drum. We're still counting our money with the two jackpots. I told you that those two horses, the two tens were roughies that had to be included. So I hope you guys got involved. Saturday, the 18th of March, racing comes to us from Turffontein. We are on the standside track, guys. There are 9 races carded. First is due off at 12:10. Please, guys, very competitive racing. Please be very careful. We will probably take the two jackpots and that's where it ends, with regards to exotics. As I said, very competitive, so please tread warily, guys. As I said, race 1 is due off at 12:10. Does not form part of any exotic. It's a maiden plate over 1,000 meters. Please take note, at the stage in time, horse 10 has been scratched. Really tough race, a lot of first timers, and I'm going for a first timer. My first selection is the 5, Viva de Janeiro. This is Keegan de Miller for the Van Furen yard. Nicely bred son of Oratorio, and I'm putting that in as my first selection. Second selection here, we've gone for the 2, and this is JP van der Merwe for Brett Weber, and this has had many chances, but again, maybe good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. For third, we've gone for horse number 9, another first timer, Gav Lorena for the Van Furen yard. Again, nicely bred daughter of What a Winter, Nettleton, thrown that to run third. And for fourth, we've gone for the 1, Iron Sky, Diego de Gavea for Stewie Pettigrew. Again, has had many chances. Not a race to get involved in. We're going to watch him go down. If the 5 goes down striding out, we may have a look at that, but we're not going to get involved. And as I said, we've gone 1, 5, 9, apologies, 5, 2, 9, and 1. Race 2, first leg of the Bipot. This is due off at 12:40, a maiden plate over 1,600 meters. On a tough card, this is my best bet of the day. Horse number 1, this is American Biscuit, Richard Ferry for the Zaki yard. I think this is round about 16-10. In this field, this should take a power of beating, and certainly must go into all exotics. Guys, even though it is a best bet, I'm not going to bank this in the bar pot. I'm looking to take something with it. I don't like to banker, especially a favourite in a bar pot. My second selection, and this is a narrow second selection, is the 3, Celtic Rush, Gav Lorena for David Niverhazen. Last time it was a fair effort, 4.5 lengths behind Jet Dynasty. I do think that Celtic Rush will jump. I think we'll go to the front and play Catch Me If You Can. This is David's only runner for the day, and I don't think he's going to take the horse to Turffontein to have a look at the weather. For third, we've gone for 2, Free Movement, Caden Brewer for Robbie Sage. Again, nice effort last time out. Watches over length to Sharapova. Was running on drawn 12, is a big negative, but again, this should be running on when others have cried enough. If you're taking swingers and exactors, must be included. For fourth, we've thrown in the horse 12, and Lorna Lilly, Craig Zaki for the Hoodalakis yard. Last 2 efforts have been fair efforts, and I'm hoping that with the rise in distance and the filly sex allowance, that this one will improve to run to the back end of trifectas and quartets. I do think that horse 1 for the smaller punter is good enough to banker in the Bipot, but I'm going to throw the 3 with it in ours. For race 3, guys, due off at 13.15. This is a mid-rate of 84 handicap over 1600 meters. Again, very, very, very open event. Put in here as many as the budget will allow. Narrow first selection here is horse 3, Global Impact. Samanga Kamalo for the Matchet yard. This did win a maiden really, really easy last time out. And again, maybe good enough to fill in one of the place spots here. For second, we've gone for 4, Cotinos, Ray Danielson for the Magna yard. Last time out, 5 lengths to Melech. Again, I think that this one is better than the form is showing, and I'm certainly get to throw this one in at long odds. For third, we've gone for the 7, Admiralty Arc, JP van der Merwe for the Boertes Vosloo yard. This did win last time out in a classified stakes with JP aboard. Did run on really, really well, and again should be running on maybe when others have cried enough. For fourth, we've gone for the 9, Sequoia, Richard Furry for the De Kock yard. Again, the form of this one is pretty consistent, albeit I don't think too strong, but good enough to mention in the third race and good enough to go into all exotics. So in a very, very difficult race, we've gone 3, 4, 7 and 9. Guys, throw in whatever you like there as well. As I said, very, very tricky. Fourth race on the card is the first leg of the Pig 6. And this is due off at 13.50, mid rate at 96 handicap over 1400 meters. And here we find the first of my value bets, and this is horse number 1, Captain Peg. At time of recording, it's 9-2, Richard Free for the Pedigree yard. I do know it's carrying 61 kilos. I do think it's run stronger than this. And I really think that Captain Peg, as I said, 9-2 is really, really good each way value. For second, we've thrown in horse number 6, and this is Wakanda. I'm not sure who's riding this. Muzi was called to ride. I know he's not riding. This is for the Royal Magna yard. If we look at the form of Wakanda, it's there for all of us to see. And this one, again, should be running on when others have cried enough. Must be included in all exotics. For third, we've gone for the 8. This is Peyton's Tears. Sananga Kamala for the Hoodalakis yard. Again, form is there for all of us to see. Last 2 efforts have been decent. This one is capable of running on, but is also capable of losing ground at the start. If doesn't lose ground, should certainly be running on when others have cried enough. For fourth, we've gone for the 9. This is Strange Magic. Keegan DeMello for the Dawson yard. Keegan rides really, really well for this yard. And again, I'm expecting a decent effort from this one here. As you can see in the bipot, I've put 4 horses in again. And I really think that it's necessary. I think it's a really, really tough event. So race 4, we've gone 1, 6, 8 and 9. And I do think 1 is decent each way value. We'll move on to the 5th race on the card. And the 5th race due off at 14.25, mid rate is 7-8 handicap for the girls over 1400 meters. And in this event, we find the second of my value bets. This is horse number 3, Escape Artist. Donald Hertzen gets a ride here for the Terry yard. He will be claiming his 2.5. I certainly think that at 8-9-1, I really do think this is nice value. Is dropping in class and must be there and thereabouts. Nice value. For second, I've gone for the stable companion. This is horse number 1, National Star. Sianis Asibo for the Terry yard. He will also be taking 2.5 kilos off. This one has won last 2 on the trot with Sianda aboard. And again, certainly cannot be left out of any calculation. For third, we've thrown in the 4. This is Golden Spoon, Richard Furry for the De Kock yard. Badly drawn at 12. But again, not too bad a form. Last time out 4th to Little Mary Sunshine. It was handy on that occasion, and I'm expecting this one to jump from the draw and try and get up handy, and is my third selection. For 4th, we've gone for the 6, Be in My Bonnet, Diego de Gavea for the Mike and Adam Azzy yard. Again, I think this one is a little better than people think. Second last amount behind Just Be Nice was staying on that occasion, and again must be included in all exotics. So the fifth race, 3, 1, 4 and 6, and as I said, I think the 3 is nice value at 8 or 9 to 1. Sixth race on the card, again an open event here. I think it's 72 the field. This is due off at 3 o'clock, 1500 hours. The Jacaranda handicap for the girls over 1800 meters. And in this event here, my first selection is horse number 5, and this is Tipsy Tarragon, Craig Zaki for Tony Peter. Again, decent last effort behind Marigold Hotel, was running on strongly. If this one was drawn better, I certainly would tell you to put your head down and have a go. But also round about 6 to 7 to 1. Watch this one go down. If they are running on the day, throw this one in, maybe have a small each way touch on Tipsy Tarragon. For second, we've gone for the 10, Queen of Shadows, for the Alec Laird yard, carrying 53.5. Decent effort last time out behind Clafutus. Got caught late, but again, must be there and thereabouts. For third, we have gone for number 2, Terra Time, Marco van Rensburg for the Hodelarcus yard. Again, I think this will jump. I think Marco will come across, will set the pace, and again, should be there and thereabouts. I have thrown in Clafutus as well to run fourth, which is free for the De Kock yard. This did win a decent race last time out, and again, like I say, for me, you can put a blanket over these. I've gone 5, 10, 2 and 3, but any one of the 4 can win. Throw all 4 in all exotics, especially jackpots and pick sixes. For race 7, this is due off at 15:35. This is a Sycamore Sprint over 1160 meters, is a grade 3 event. And in the 7th race here, my first selection is horse number 4, Kiss Me Captain, Diego de Gavea for the Mike and Adam Azzy yard. I think this is a decent sort. I think it's drawn on the right hand side of the track, cruised in last time, and I really think that this will be there and thereabouts. This will be right there when the whips are cracking, guys. For second, we thrown in the 5, Miss Cool, nice roughie here, Gavlarina for the Dawson yard. Again, the form is not too bad when we go through and we look at it, and I do believe again that this one can give a decent account of itself. For third, we've gone for horse number 3, and this is Cold Fact. Craig Zaki gets a ride here for Tony Peter. Again, won a really good effort last time out. Very speedy sort. I think will jump. I think will go, and they will have to come and fetch this one. For fourth, we've thrown in horse number 2, and this is a Lulu Star for the Sunday Tolly for the Pedigree yard. Again, form as if all of us to see, must be included in all exotics. Jackpots, throwing in all 4 selections. And we've gone 4, 5, 3 and 2. 8th race on the card, guys. This is Joff at 16:10. This is a merit rate of 95 handicap over 1100 meters. And in this event here, again, my narrow first selection is horse number 9, Mini Coupe. This is for the Sunday Tolly for the Candace Dawson yard. Again, decent effort behind Sheldon last time out. I do think that this one will give a very good account of itself. They've thrown blinkers on this one. Is a second run after rest, and again at a decent price. Throw this one in to all exotics. For second, I've gone for horse number 2. This is Fostinova. This is the Keegan de Mello, Johan Janssen van Vuren combination. Last time out behind Jimmy Don, 4 lengths, but we go back and we look, really good form. Run to some decent sorts. Is coming back from a rest. They have thrown blinkers on this one, and again must be included in all exotics. For third, we've gone for the other Dawson horse. This is Houston. Gabella Mazziani rides it for Candace. This is dropping and trip. Again, I think this will be running on when others have cried enough, and good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, we've gone for horse number 3, Chayavana. This is Gav Larina for the Johan Janssen van Vuren yard. I'm going to put a couple each way on this one. I do think that the inclusion of blinkers will certainly assist this one here. And here comes the cat, and must be included. So race 8, we've gone 9, 7, 8 and 3. We'll move on to the lucky last. Lucky last is due off at 16:45. This is a mid-rated 78 handicap over 1100 meters. And in the lucky last, my first selection here is horse number 6, South Boy. Again, Gavin Arena for Johan Janse van Vuren. Last time out was a really decent effort behind Stormy Seas. Ran 4 lengths behind Cool Winter. Got pipped by Arbitrator. And again, throw this one in. For second, we have gone for the 2, Cian the Conqueror. Marco van Rensburg here for Cornet Spes. Again, really good effort last time out. I think this is currently top of the boards around about 22 to 10. And should be thrown in everything. For third, we've gone for 1, Blue Waters, Samago Kamala for the Hodalarcus yard. Again, not a bad effort last time out, was prominent and didn't go on with the effort. The second horse has come out and won, so that form has been franked, and Blue Waters should be thrown in as well, larger perms. For fourth, we've gone for the 7. This is Siberian Steel, Keegan de Miller for the Jan Janse van Vuren yard. Again, was not a bad effort last time out in the classified stakes. Did lack a little extra at the end, but maybe good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. So in the lucky last, we've gone 6, 2, 1 and 7. Smaller punters, maybe take the 2 and 6 and see if they can get you through. We're going to throw all 4 sections in our jackpots. Guys, as I said, not the easiest card in the world. Very competitive racing. Just be careful. Don't get too involved. Don't spend all the money you won on Thursday. Watch for jockey changes. Watch for scratchings. Take it easy. Look after yourself. And Stevie, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that input, the Postman. We really appreciate the time and effort that you've put in to your card out at Turffontein. So all in all, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.